We are 6 weeks into the brand new season, and the New England Patriots look like one of the worst teams in the NFL. They're currently 1-5, and this is the worst record that this team has had in quite some time to start off the season. And you look at their record since Tom Brady has departed this team, and when he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they're 26-30. And let's take a look at what has happened since Tom Brady's left. In 2020, they were 7-9. 2021, they were 10-7. They made the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills and lost in embarrassing fashion. But that was Mac Jones' rookie season. Everything has went downhill since then. Last season in 2022, they were 8-9. This was the first season without Josh McDaniels. He had Matt Patricia, and Bill Belichick had Matt Patricia go out there and call offensive plays. Everyone knew that was a recipe for disaster. So he ended up going 8-9. And this season, they're 1-5. 26-30 since 2019. Well, since 2020. 26-30. It's time for Bill Belichick to give up the executive power and roster decisions with this team. Because when you take a deeper look at this Patriots roster, you have a bunch of wide receivers that can't separate. You have a quarterback that can't read NFL defenses. And look, I was a guy that was riding hard for Mac Jones after that rookie season. I said, hey, he done a lot of good things. He did have some costly turnovers, but he looked good his rookie season. Since then, he has regressed in every way possible. He doesn't deal with pressure well. He can't read NFL defenses. He processes defensive information way too late, which is leading to a lot of turnovers. He has 5 passing touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Granted, 3 of those passing touchdowns came in week 1 against the Philadelphia Eagles. They looked solid against the Philadelphia Eagles, and they looked really good against the Miami Dolphins in Sunday Night Football game. Since then, they've looked horrible. And the only team that they have beat up to this point was the New York Jets with Zach Wilson. That's one thing about Bill Belichick. He's guaranteed to beat the Jets, and that's pretty much it. But you have a bunch of talent around Mac Jones that doesn't work, and in itself, Mac Jones doesn't work either. He's a terrible quarterback right now. I think at best he could just be a solid quarterback in the NFL. Ramondre Stevenson is a very good running back, but he's averaging 3 yards a carry. Ezekiel Elliott is averaging more yards per carry than Ramondre Stevenson, but he doesn't have the same workload as Ramondre Stevenson. Ezekiel Elliott is way past his prime. He's just a running back that can just go out there and get you 2 to 3 yards at a time. That's it. Kendrick Bourne is a very good number 2 to number 3 wide receiver on most NFL teams. On the best NFL teams, he's a number 3 wide receiver, and you want him to be your number 1. That's not going to work. Juju Smith-Schuster, solid wide receiver, nothing amazing, can't separate. Is only good when he's a number 2 option, and that's it. We've seen it before with Juju Smith-Schuster. Very good with the Steelers when they had Antonio Brown. When Antonio Brown was no longer there, he got exposed. Went to the Kansas City Chiefs, did make a major impact, but Travis Kelce was the number 1 guy on that team. So he's not a true number 1. Then you also have a guy that you gave a contract extension to, which I'm still scratching my head about and just shaking my head about in general, in Devontae Parker. Devontae Parker couldn't separate last season. He still can't separate this season. Yes, he did have a big play against the Las Vegas Raiders, and he dropped it. The one time he ran past some corners, he dropped it. And it led to Mac Jones taking the safety to play after. They can't run the football. You have a quarterback that can't read NFL defenses, that doesn't do well with pressure. You have an offensive line that isn't good. You have a completely broken offense. I'm not going to even blame this on Bill O'Brien. You know, last season, you could say this all on Matt Patricia. That's the reason why the offense is bad. Then you had the injury with Mac Jones. They had to turn to Bailey Zappi. I'm not putting this on Bill O'Brien. This all goes on Bill Belichick. These are the players that he has drafted, and these are the players that he's gotten out of free agency, and none of them work. Their defense will always be good as long as Bill Belichick is the coach for this team, because he's a brilliant defensive mind. But the NFL has passed Bill Belichick by, for sure. You can't go out there and score 0 points against a Saints team and let them just dominate you defensively like that. And you can't go out there against the Dallas Cowboys and just let them beat you down like that either. This team can barely pass the 50. And when they do, and when a team runs 0 blitz against Mac Jones, he legit closes his eyes and throws the ball up. He threw a terrible interception in the Dallas Cowboys game. He saw the corner breaking in on the wide receiver, and he threw the ball anyway. For one, Mac Jones has 0 faith in Bill Belichick because of what happened last season. And Bill Belichick has 0 faith in Mac Jones because of what happened last season. So you have a quarterback and a head coach that do not believe in each other. So this is not going to work. Bill Belichick is still riding off of what him and Tom Brady did for this franchise for so many years. And at the end of the day, this was bound to happen. The Patriots dominated the NFL for almost 2 decades. They dominated the NFL. 6 Super Bowls. And it was impressive to see. But for it to go down like this is unacceptable. Bill Belichick at this point is just coaching to break Don Shula's record. That's it. He's not coaching to go get a Super Bowl. This is not even a playoff winning roster, let alone I don't even think this roster can go out there and get 5 to 6 wins. I really don't. They're that bad offensively. I think that it's really time to think about building this team in the future without Bill Belichick being the executive. And if that means for him no longer be the head coach of this team, so be it. I think the best years of Bill Belichick selecting talent, those days are way behind him. And even when Tom Brady was on the roster and they were doing some very good things, towards the end, the wide receivers still weren't great. The offensive weapons weren't great. Tom Brady was just that good. He could elevate those players. Mac Jones is not elevating anything. If anything, he's elevating that hot seat up to Bill Belichick. That's what he's elevating. That's the only thing that he can elevate at this point. Mac Jones can elevate this talent, and the talent sure enough cannot elevate him. So let me know in the comment section below, what should the Patriots do? Should they rebuild this team without Bill Belichick, or should they continue to let Bill Belichick make decisions? If you say they should still let Bill Belichick make decisions, please let me know why in the comment section below. And I understand he's going to go down as one of the best NFL head coaches in history because he has the 6 Super Bowls. Every Super Bowl in the Patriots room and that trophy room are all because of Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. But the NFL is about what have you done for me lately, not what have you done in the past. And Bill Belichick cannot continue to ride off what he did in the past. He has to be able to try to win games now. And with this roster, that's not going to happen. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Peace.